go live with everybody and do a really fun Saturday workout. I have to tell you, I was so excited about this workout that I was up at 6 o'clock in the morning. My brain was just thinking about all the ideas of the things that we could do together to get stronger today. So with that in mind, I'm pretty excited about just what's in this sequence for you guys, and I really hope it's going to be just a lot of fun. So this is in the month of August, every single Saturday at 12 o'clock noon Pacific time. I'll be going live to do a workout with all of you, and I hope you can join me because we can all continue to get stronger together. So one of the things that I see happening is, like, right now, a lot of us are stuck at home or the gyms are closed, and so we have to do these exercises online with online instructors, and there's not somebody in the room to correct our bodies or let us know if we're doing something that's a little less effective than we could be doing it to get more bang for our buck with how we're moving. And so what I want to work on with you today is exercises very specifically designed for leg strength, but show you how your body is just like, it is attached to this idea of efficiency. So if you ask it to do something, it's gonna find the most efficient way to do it. It's gonna take the shortcut if it can find it. And then what happens is you're doing the exercises with your instructor and you're like online and you're like, why am I not getting the results I want, or why do I not really feel good after I do this exercise? And I'll show you today with just this one series that we're gonna do for our legs, why that happens, how your body is kind of sliding around and making sure that you don't get the most bang for your buck sometimes with the movements that you're doing. And then as we do that, you're gonna feel some moments where you're really working in your legs. And that's exciting because science and research shows that when you do weight-bearing exercises on your legs, it actually triggers this chemical neurological response in your brain that helps stimulate your brain to make new neurons and brain cells and brain connections. So they can show that walking, running, and weight-bearing exercises are directly tied to how your brain can stay young and repair itself and continue to build those important connections in the body. So today, if and when there's a moment where it feels hard in your legs, I want you to get excited about it, because when your body feels that pressure and it has to dig in to get stronger, that is not only good for the strength of your legs, but it's amazing for your brain. So I want you to hang in there with me because it's worth it. It changes your body from the inside out. So last thing for one more thing before we get started, so let just anybody else jump on who wants to join. I'm going to offer some different modifications, and there can be this kind of pressure to feel like you move your body a certain way or look a certain way and feel a certain way. And what I would love for you to do today is just to really honor and celebrate where your body is at. So I'll give you modifications, and you take the ones that make you feel really strong in your body and let yourself push yourself safely, because this is a pass or fail movement session, which means if you do it, if you start, if you clear the spot on your carpet or if you unroll the mat, you pass, because every movement you do from there on out is a win, and it's going to be really good for your body. So on that note, we'll go ahead and get started. And it's really important to warm up when you're doing any kind of exercises. So we're going to do that together, and we're going to start on our backs, which if you take a lot of classes with me, you know it's pretty much where I always have a start, because I love how safe it makes your body while you're warming up. It really radically lowers the chance of any injury while we safely warm up, and then from there we'll challenge our legs and we'll build new brain cells. So go ahead and roll on down onto your back. We're just going to make a couple of adjustments. You want to wiggle your shoulder blades underneath your body so that way it feels like your chest really slides open. And then from there, let your knees knock together and feel like you spread your feet far enough apart where you find this sweet spot where your knees can relax. So your feet are in cement. Play with it. I promise you, you'll know when you find it. You'll go, ah, that's nice. And that's what you're looking for. So once you've got your legs set and your chest set, put one hand on your stomach and one hand on your chest. Then close your eyes and shut out the room and shut out the lights, because We're going to take a moment and just let our brain connect with our body so that as we're moving, they can talk. You can hear the signals your body's sending you, and you can work in a really effective, safe way. So scan your body. Just kind of ask yourself a couple of questions. What do I feel like right now? What do I notice in my body? Ask yourself what your energy level feels like. It's really important to know that. Good, and then just notice if anything specifically is talking to you, or if it hurts, or if there's anything in your body you need to be mindful of as you work through these exercises. Nice. Now we're going to slow down our breath and bring our body into this really nice place of calm before we start to do all the strength work. So take an inhale and count to 4, and as you exhale, count to 6. So the exhale's a little longer. Take another inhale, count to 4, and as you exhale, count to 8. Make that exhale even longer. Good, do that 2 more times. Big inhale to 4. Slow exhale to 8. 1 more, big inhale to 4. Slow exhale to 8. Nice. You can open up your eyes, firm up your stomach, pull your knees into your chest one at a time, and you're just going to roll a nice gentle circle with your knees. This just makes sure your hips, your lower back, are good to go. So roll around in a circle. You choose how big or how small it is, but we're working on getting stronger today. So start to engage your core even more and feel that circle get as big as it can for you still to feel in control in your body. Then you're going to switch directions. Feel that circle start small and then get bigger and bigger as you really activate your stomach. You've checked in with your back and your hips. They feel okay. Good. Nice. Now pause. Bring the knees back to the center. Pull them down to your shoulders just to stretch through your hips. Deep breath. And then bring your feet down to the ground wider than your body. So they're pretty wide. We're going to rock the knees side to side. Just nice and slow both ways. You'll let the knees go back and forth. Same mindset as with the knee circles. You let this be really small. You're not trying to drive your knees down to the ground. Instead, you're letting your body warm up. So you'll notice by the end you are getting lower just because your muscles are relaxing and loosening and heating up. 1 more time each way. Good. Knees come up to the ceiling. Step your feet underneath your knees, right as close to your body as they'll come. Hands down by your side. And then inhale your arms overhead just to check in with your shoulders before you start moving. Exhale your arms down to your side. Now we'll add your hips 3 times. Lift the hips up, arms go overhead. Exhale, roll on down. It should feel good through your back. Just this nice soft lift up. And you'll roll down. 1 more. Inhale, lift the hips. Arms overhead. And then on the exhale, you'll roll down. Good. Okay. So today our focus is on our legs. So what I want to start with is really making sure we turn on both legs while we're here on the ground. So first, take your right knee, let it come in towards your chest, and then push the right palm of your hand against it. And now they're going to resist each other. Feel the knee really push towards your chest, and the hand is really pushing towards the knee, but nothing's moving. They're equally opposed forces right now, and you're going to be able to feel that really turns on your quads and the front of your hip flexors. Hold in. Feel that start to really warm up through your right leg. Push. You control the intensity, but dial it up a little. Feel yourself. Challenge your leg for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down, which will feel really nice. Same thing, left side. Go ahead and lift the left knee up. Take your palm, push it against it, and then start that tug of war. They're each pushing against each other. They're just equally opposed forces in your body. You can tell that you're really turning on the muscles in your leg and also in your arms as well. You choose the intensity, but dial it up as much as you can. Really feel that start to heat up the muscles in your quads for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. And then you'll set your left foot down. Okay, we're going to do a little challenge that makes sure our glutes are working, and it's going to give you information about how they are working and if they're equal in your body. So right now with your feet on the ground, I want you just to squeeze your right glute and make it as strong as you can. Kind of let your brain really process, how hard can I squeeze it? How strong can I make that right glute? Then let it totally relax. You'll feel your hips kind of level off and relax as well. Then you do the same thing on the left side. Squeeze and contract your glute. Now compare it to the right. Is it stronger or is it not quite as strong? Really squeeze as much as you can and let it relax. Now you know this difference that you feel one way or the other between your right and left leg, or if they're the same. So now we're going to turn it on with both legs at the same time. So go ahead and contract your glutes, feel them turn on, and try to like bring them both up to the same level if you can. Good, and then relax. Nice. Now we're going to do a single leg lift, and depending on the strength you have in your body, this could be a really nice lift and you're like up into a full bridge extension, or you could find that it's just this little baby lift and you maybe get your back off the ground. And I'm going to cheer for you whichever of those levels it is, because it means your body's getting stronger right where you're at. So I want you to know that we're all going to reach different points in this exercise based on the strength of our back and our glutes. So you're going to let the right leg float up the knee. It's going to be closer to your chest than out away from you. And then make sure you've moved your left heel until it's hopefully straight underneath your right knee, or as close as it can possibly be. Now engage and squeeze your glutes, and then you're just going to lift and push into your left heel and really feel all these muscles turn on, and then you'll slowly lower back down. Good. It's this massive instant engagement through your core, through your back, and through your glute. Do that again. Squeeze the left glute, lift up, and lower down. Let yourself feel the work. Right now, that's load bearing. We're going to start waking up the legs. Lift up the hip, lower down. Doesn't have to be big. You have to ask your body to try to lift. So even if it went this far and came back down, you're conditioning your body to get stronger through your glutes. Squeeze the left glute again, lift, and lower. Good, you got this. Lift and lower. Keep that right knee in towards your chest. Last 2, and last 1. Good. Now we'll switch out the legs. You get to set that right leg down, which will feel nice. Kind of wiggle your knee side to side for a little reset, and then the left knee floats up, and it's coming in closer to your chest than it is further away. Once you're there, make sure the right heel is right underneath your right knee, straight up and down with the kneecap. Squeeze your right glutes, squeeze your glutes, lift up and lower. Now, we started on the one that's traditionally harder for most people, up and down, because your body's very used to, if you're right-handed, kind of leading with your right leg. And so it's going to be a lot more comfortable doing this side than the other side. That's not going to be the case if you're left-handed. Just want you to feel yourself really contract your glutes for each one. You're not relying on your low back. You're actually asking all of this, your stomach, your low back, and the glute, to lift and lower. Good work. Lift and lower. One more. Nice work. Good. Pull the left knee up, right knee up. Just give them a little squeeze in. Roll side to side if that feels nice, just to loosen up your lower back. And then go ahead and roll yourself up to your hands and knees on the mat. So come to your hands and knees, and then we're just going to circle out the hips. So you'll swing all the way around, back, over to the side, and back to the center. And then you'll switch directions, swing down, back, around, and center 2 times each way. Last one. Good. And then make sure your back is really nice and strong. You're pushing into your arms. Your back is really broad, and you've spread your fingers wide on the mat. Then step your left foot behind you. Plant your toes down on the ground and just push some weight back so you stretch through your calf and your Achilles. Hold that for a breath. Good. And then you're going to lift that leg up to hip height and bend the knee. Now I want you to peek back behind you. Your kneecap should be pointing straight down to the ground, and your heel should be flexed and lifted straight up to the ceiling. And then we're gonna lift up to the ceiling a couple inches, lower back down to level. Lift and lower. Some of you will know this as a donkey kick. You wanna keep your stomach nice and tight. But I wanna tell you, when they kind of break down the exercises and how effective they are in the body, this is one of the most effective exercises that you can do to strengthen your glute. And while you're doing it, you really wanna squeeze. Feel like you're trying your best to just fully turn it on as you get that little kick up and down. So it's your butt, it's your glute that's lifting you up. Good. Now, really push into your arms, engage your core. And if it starts to get a little hard, I want you to get excited because it means you're gonna change your body here in the next 3 that you do. If you hang with it for just a couple, past when it gets hard, that changes your muscle fibers, it changes your body. Lifting it up for another 3, 2, 1. Good, bring that down. Kind of let yourself sink back into a quick child's pose because most people don't know this, but the child's pose will stretch your glutes out, which feels really nice if you do a concentrated set like that. And then you'll lift back up and come up to your hands and knees again. And I want to note that if your wrists really bug you after being in hands and knees for a while, you can roll your mat down to your wrists, and then it's nice and squishy and supportive for your wrists. Right leg. Step the right foot behind you. Push back through your heel. Just enjoy that nice stretch. It's the calm before the storm. Feel yourself lengthen through the leg, through the calf. And then lift that leg up to hip height. You want to rock your back. You can see how I want to like sway into my low back. I need you to lift your ribs if that's you and pull your stomach up as well so your back is nice and long. Right hip is down. You'll bend the knee and then you look behind you to make sure that knee points straight down to the ground. Then you start those little kicks up with your heel. Keep flexing the foot. And just squeeze, 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 squeeze your right butt cheek. It's a little movement, but it's isolating. And then you're working your back muscles and your leg muscles. So if you're like, why am I sweating? It's because you just turned on 2 of the largest muscle groups in your body. You're getting stronger. So keep squeezing your right butt cheek. Feel it help a lift. It's just a little pulse up and down. It's supposed to be hard, and I want you to get excited when it starts to get hard, because that means you just walked yourself right up to where you get stronger here. Squeeze for the last 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Come back to that child's pose. One more time. Just shoot your mat out. Walk your hands forward. Relax your hips down to the ground and take a deep breath. Good. One more deep breath. And then take a breath where you count it. I want you to inhale to a count of 4 and exhale to a count of 8. Good, and then walk your hands back towards your body. Now, what we're going to work on today is what happens in your legs and in your body when you start to do lunges. So, if you have any chair in your house, hop up right now and go grab a chair. Particularly, it's better if the chair doesn't have any arms. But go ahead and grab a chair. So it'll be like a little bit of cardio. And then you'll just have the chair right beside your mat. So I'll give you one more second to go find a chair. When we're stepping into lunges or moving our body in and out of like a lunge or a triangle pose and in those leg-bearing exercises, for most of us, our body likes to turn off our inner thighs and it likes to move our knee and the front of our leg around a lot. So it'll drop out a little bit, it'll especially really turn in. And this creates pressure in your hip. It also creates pressure in your knee. And what you're looking for, especially with exercises in yoga, is for your brain to really know where your body is in space as you're moving it. And that includes knowing where your knee is and choosing where it's going to be, where you put it in the best, strongest position to protect your knee. And as we work through these exercises together, this chair is going to help give us feedback about what our body tries to instinctively, habitually do, and then we get to override it with what we want to do, because we know, based on the laws of physics, when you can bring the knee straight out from the hip and when you can stack the knee straight on top of your ankle, they're just stronger forces together. So there's less wear and tear on your body and chance for injury. So if you have your chair, we're going to have two different versions. You can do this and explore this with your knee down, and you can also do it with straight legs. I'll demo both. So with the knee down, you would just move the chair right next to your knee. Now I don't want you to cheat. I'll show you this from the side. You could step your knee way out to the side and be like, there it is, it's next to the chair. This is not balanced in your body. So I want that knee coming straight out from your hip, and then you're gonna actually use your arms and your back to bring that knee right on over to bring the chair over to the knee. And that's gonna give you that lineup, that straight, strong lineup that keeps you strong in your body. So the chair, we're gonna start with the right leg first. Everybody's gonna come down onto the hands and the knees. And I want you to curl your toes on the mat, and then on an inhale breath, really fill up your body with air. As you exhale, lift the knees off the ground. So you've got a strong back, strong arms. Take a big inhale and exhale, and then lower back down. One more time, take a big inhale. As you exhale, lift the knees up off the ground, feel your stomach really kick in, feel your back get really broad. Now, if you're coming up to your knees, you're just gonna put your knees down. Everybody else who wants a challenge, you're actually gonna step yourself out to a plank pose, lower your hips, take an inhale. As you exhale, lift up to downward facing dog and stretch your back. Take a big breath here. Inhale in. Lift up your right leg behind you, toes point down. And then as you exhale, you're gonna arch your back as high as you can and step that foot through. Now if your knees are down on the ground, you're gonna join us by stepping your right foot forward, so that way you look like this. Everybody else, make sure you're really balanced on both legs. Drop your back heel and turn the toes out. Everybody, whether your knee is down or your legs are up, inhale your arms all the way up over your head. Your ribs are pulling into your body, and now you're gonna look down at that front knee, see where it decided to go. You're gonna move it if you need to so that it's coming straight forward from your hip, and then you're gonna take this chair and put it over right by your knee, whether your back knee is down or you're up in a lunge. Now you're gonna start to feel the heat build because you're in a weight-bearing exercise, and your quad is gonna start talking to you, and we want that. I want you to feel like your legs are getting stronger. Take an inhale, reach the hands up, and as you exhale, open yourself up to warrior two. See where your knee just went. Odds are it's probably not touching the chair anymore, but as you learn to control your body more, it should push out against the chair and stay against the chair. So if you're on the ground, with the back knee down, you're just turning your hips to the side and seeing if you can keep that front knee forward. Take a big inhale and really reach as far forward over your front knee as you can. You're gonna drop your front elbow onto the front knee and lift the left arm up to the sky. Your legs should be warm, they should be hot. You should feel this in your legs, and it's good because I want you to know you are strong. You can do hard things, and you can make your body stronger. Squeeze every muscle in your legs. Take a big breath, and then if you want that final extra challenge, reach the arm up over your head and stretch through your ribs. Good. Now, your stomach's the key here. Really squeeze your stomach, make it strong. Lift yourself back up, arms at your shoulders. You're gonna feel it here. Ready? Take an inhale. As you exhale, straighten the legs. Now look, how did it turn in? Did it leave that line of the chair? You want the legs still right next to the chair. Take a big inhale. Reach forward as far as you can. And then as you exhale, slide the right hand down your shin and reach the left hand up overhead again. You're gonna feel it in your legs. You're probably gonna feel it in this left arm. I want you to breathe slower. Feel calmness flow through your body, and tell yourself that you can do hard things. Take a deep breath. Get that final little extra challenge. Reach the left arm out in front of you. Stretch through your ribs. Good. And then you'll inhale the left arm up overhead. Your stomach's the key. Tighten up your core. Feel it help you lift up without your leg moving from that chair. at all. Now bend into that warrior two. Feel your knee just slide along the chair. It's in that perfect track where it ends with the knee right on top of the ankle. You're powerful, you're strong. Take a deep breath. This left hand is going to circle all the way up over your head. Your chest and your hips are going to turn at the same time forward. You'll bring your hands down to the ground. Just kind of shove the chair to the side a little. Hands on the ground. Step your hips back to a plank. And then everybody come back to a child's pose. Just stretch your lower back and take a deep breath. Big inhale. Slow exhale. Again, big inhale. Slow exhale. Nice. Then lift yourself up to your hands and your knees. So even if you're working this with that back knee down, I want you to feel the work here. Curl your toes. You're on your hands and knees. Lift the knees up off the ground. Really power up your stomach. Lengthen your spine. Feel that power in your back. For 3, 2, 1. Lower down. One more time. Big inhale. As you exhale, power up. If you're getting sweaty, you should be proud of yourself. You're getting stronger. Drop the knees or walk yourself out to a plank pose. Drop the hips. Take an inhale. From that plank pose, lift your hips up. Downward facing dog. Now we're lifting the left leg. Toes point straight down to the ground the whole time. Lift it up. As you exhale, arch your back as high as you can and step the left foot through. Good. You're going to drop your back toes down and lift yourself up. And then you're going to use your back muscles and your arm muscles. Take that chair, move it over to the other side of your knee. And then look at your knee. It should be coming straight out from your thigh, from your hip. Once you're there, inhale the arms up overhead. So you've got warrior one arms. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, open up to warrior two. Check your knee. Did it leave the chair? Push it back if it did. Arms are nice and straight. Take a big inhale. Reach forward as far as you can. As you exhale, float the elbow down onto your knee. Lift the top arm straight up towards the sky. Take a deep breath. Good. Use your stomach. Your stomach's the engine. Lift yourself up. Nice and slow. Back to warrior two. Take an inhale. Get ready. Exhale, straighten that leg. Don't let it wiggle and wobble. Come away from the chair. Triangle pose. Take another inhale. Reach forward. As you exhale, float your left hand down. It's going to slide somewhere along your left leg. Your right hand is going to reach up to the sky. Really stretch. Feel it in your ribs. Take a deep breath. Use your core. You got this. Big inhale. Lift up. As you exhale, bend the knee back to warrior two. Feel it just brush right along that chair. Then circle your right hand up over your head. Turn your hips. Turn your chest at the same time. Arms come down to the ground. Swing your left foot behind you. And then drop your knees and come back to a child's pose. Take a deep breath. I want you to count 3 breaths here. Inhale to 4. Exhale to 8. And feel that long, deep breath just kind of start to slow your body down. It brings your heart rate down every time you just drag out that exhale. Because here's the thing, you teach yourself every time you choose to exercise or move, your heart rate's going to rise. Your muscles are going to shake. It's going to be really hard. But you are strong enough to do it and finish. You truly are. You're conditioning your brain. You can do stronger and stronger things every single day. Get a little stronger inside your body every single day. And then give yourself that chance to recover. Just slow the heart down. Slow your breath down. Nice work. From child's pose, go ahead and just slowly sit yourself up and let yourself come on over to sitting on your mat with your legs crossed. You're going to start to cool everything down, stretch everything out, and what's important is bring your nervous system from a place that's revved to a place that's neutral, so you have energy for the rest of your day. So here, as you're seated, take your right hand over to your side, reach your left hand up and over. Your chest stays nice and open. And I want you to think about this left hand like a rocket. It's trying to lift up off your body and just streak up into the sky. There's a lot of length. This is important to just move and separate the cartilage in your ribs so that it stays really flexible. Good. You're gonna go around the world. So that means you're gonna start to drop your chest down to the ground, really reach through your left hand, anchor the left hand on the ground, move your right hand to follow, and then feel them just semicircle right around the rug in front of you or the ground in front of you, slowly stretching out the back of your hips and your spine. Plant the left hand on the ground and then open up your chest again. So now we're on the other side. Think about your right hand as that rocket. Give it a chance to lift up and reach up. Keep pushing your left shoulder forward so that your chest is open. And there's just a lot of nice lift and reach through your ribs. Letting go of some of that tension that just likes to sit right here. We don't even know it, right at the top of the hips. Deep breath. Good, come on up. And then take your legs out in front of you. This one's a little weird to get into, and it's gonna feel really tight for some of you. But even if you halfway get into it, you're gonna start to create some change in the tightness of your hips. So your legs are out in front of you. Your right foot is gonna step up over your left knee. And then I want you moving from your hip, not twisting your knee. You're just gonna take that leg and feel yourself check. Did I get it as far back as I could? As far back towards the left hip. Both hands, you're gonna turn, put them on the ground on the left. This is gonna let you kind of rock to your side and lower your chest. So it's easier to swing the right heel back. The left heel back to your right hip. Then you let yourself just tip back up. And it's going to turn on this big stretch in your hips. Once you're here, put your hands on the ground. You push yourself forward, and then you kind of just straighten yourself out on your hips. And it's going to really start to talk to you over here on the right side. For the super flexible person, you'll be able to just lower your chest to the ground and really turn that stretch on. If you're the person who you just saw that and was like, ah, that's okay. I want you to breathe. Exhales override your nervous system, and they help let go of that immediate tensing that happens in our muscles. To deepen the stretch here, as you exhale, you'll just gently push down with your arms or your forearms. Create just a little bit of pressure. Come back to counting your breath. That 4-8 count is going to help turn off that sensation of deep contraction and tightness that you're going to feel in your hips. Take a deep breath. And on every exhale, you just see if you can lean forward a little bit. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. One more slow breath. Good. Rock yourself back, and then I just put my hands on the ground behind me so it's really easy to uncross my legs and set up for the other side. So now the left foot, place it over on the right side of your leg, and then move from your hip, not your knee. Your knee stays really good. You're just going to move it as far back as it goes, and then that's where it stops. Both hands come over to the right, so you can swing that heel back, and then you start to walk yourself up. You have to let yourself sit back down towards your left hip. That's going to start to turn on the stretch. If you push your hands into the ground, you can kind of lean yourself forward and even out the hips, and you'll be creating even more of a stretch there in the back of the left hip. And flex your ankles just to protect your ankles. And then the stretch deepens as you lower the chest. You're not rushing to get lower. If you work with your body and you breathe your way into the stretch, it's just going to slowly give you more and more space. There's some patience involved with working with your body well. Take a deep breath. One more. And then again, deep breath. Good. Slowly sit yourself back, and now just cross your legs however it's comfortable. Take a big inhale, reach your arms up over your head. Let your hands drop behind you so you feel like there's this big puffing up of your chest, this nice little pop forward that lengthens out, stretches through your upper back. And bring your hands forward, drop them to a capital letter T, pull everything back, stretch through your shoulders. Bring them forward, bend your arms at an L, pull everything back. And then keep that pulling sensation, but slide the elbows in towards your side slow. You're gonna feel your shoulder blades kind of slide across your back. Really pull the elbows in. And then straighten your arms, take them behind you, interlace your fingers. Straighten through your elbows, press your palms together. Take a deep breath. Again, as you inhale, feel lift your chest. As you exhale, press your elbows towards each other, press your palms towards each other. Just feel that big stretch through your chest. Good. And then release your arms and kind of roll out your wrists. Now, place your hands on your knees. I want you to close your eyes and shut out the room again, shut out the lights. And then scan your body. What do you notice in your body now? I can feel my heart pumping faster. I can feel really warm muscles. I also feel stretchy, some of my favorite clients like to say. Scan your body, see what you feel. Notice the difference. And now, even if you just chose to watch this, or you did 2 moves, or you did all of the moves, I want you to choose a word or a phrase that rewards the choice you made to either pause and watch this, or to do this, or to move your body, or to challenge your body. Because your brain doesn't fight you when you try to do something you celebrated again. Which means if you celebrate this choice to move your body, to get your legs stronger, to help start building new neurons and a smarter brain through those weight-bearing exercises, we're going to celebrate that now so it's easy to say yes to doing it again. Choose that word or phrase, and we're finishing with 3 breaths together. Take a really big inhale, pull that word or phrase in, and I want you to feel like you celebrate it with your mind and you feel that in your body. As you exhale, allow that little inner negative Nancy to just flow out. Can't even hear what she's saying. Take a second deep breath. Big inhale, breathe in that word or phrase. I want you to see the confetti. Pick a color for the balloons. You are celebrating that you decided to just be with your body and move it. As you exhale, feel those pictures and those shoulds and those coulds from the outside voices float away that always give us pressure about what our body should look like or feel like. This is your body. And then take a 3rd deep breath. This one's huge. I want you to inhale so deep it feels like it almost starts to lift you off the ground. As you exhale though, just imagine this sense of peace kind of flowing from the top of your head down through your feet as you accept and claim that every movement you did today was enough. Because movement is medicine, movement is healing, and if you moved your body, you did it right. Then gently open up your eyes. Take a big inhale, reach your right hand out in front of you. As you exhale, place it on your left shoulder. Let yourself kind of feel the weight of your hand. Then inhale, reach the left hand out in front of you. As you exhale, place it on your right shoulder. I want you to give yourself a pat on the back and hug. That's right, that's what you're doing, and you deserve it. One more moment to celebrate choosing to move your body and do something really good for you. You should be proud of yourself. And I want to say I really appreciate you taking the time to join me to move your body. If you have any questions about what you experienced or how you feel, please comment. I love to help people feel good in their body, and I want to definitely answer any questions that you have. And then also, if you want to be able to do more of these classes yourself, I do have videos on YouTube, the She YouTube channel, and if you head over there, see some videos you like or try them, and you subscribe, it would help me be able to stream more of these live workouts from YouTube through my phone. You have to have 100 subscribers or followers in order to do that, and that would mean a ton to me. So thank you again for joining me, and let me know if you have any questions. Happy Saturday, guys. Oh, I love all the waves. Hi, everybody. Thanks for waving. Lets me know you were here. And then if you want to let me know where you were joining from, you can definitely do that too. It's always curious to see where everybody's from when they choose to pause and just work out for a little bit. All right, I'll come back, check the comments later, but thanks again, everyone. Enjoy your weekend.